Oh shoot! I wanted to turn these lights on. Can you go grab the thing? And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ultra OK Duelist. I'm your host James. This is my co-host Damien. Today we are with Kevin.
Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin, welcome to.
Yeah,
Ultra
welcome.
OK Duelist.
Kevin's the founder of the KCC, the Kaiba Command Center. But before we get into all of that, go down there, give us a like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bells for when new videos are uploaded. And without further ado, Kevin, you want to get into how you got into Yu-Gi-Oh?
I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I don't know if you remember when you were a kid, how they had homework passes. Or like if you forget your homework, you just turn in a homework pass and they'll give you an A or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was
Never heard of that.
I was really smart when I was younger. So I would turn in like a lot of my homework passes for like Pokemon cards, Digimon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and one time my friend had a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I just got done seeing the episode where Kaiba just dueled Yugi, and he did the whole Mammoth Graveyard and that arrow card.
Yeah, the living arrow.
Mm-hmm. So I asked him how many homework passes he wanted, and he didn't want to give it to me until I said like, okay, I'll give you like 20 homework passes, and he was all like, fine. And ever since then, I just been in love with Blue Eyes, because like at first I thought it was a boy until like later episodes you find out it's a girl.
Yeah, Kasara, or the character that has the Blue Eyes White Dragon in the cartoon, the anime. Her name is Kasara. So she's the one that's holding the Blue Eyes Whip inside her, and the ancient Egyptian Kaiba has to draw it out of her, put it into a tablet so you can utilize it. It's in like the season 5.
Yeah.
It's a weird arc.
I don't think
it's a really weird arc.
Yeah, we were on season 2.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't get that.
We didn't get very far, no, because he got bored of it, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of filler episodes.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah. And then after that, like, I still have that card to this day. So, like, after that, I just started falling in love with the dragon. And all of a sudden, little did I know that, like, years later, because I did stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point. But when I came back into it, I wanted a dragon deck. And the only dragon that was on top of my head was Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
So I ended up building it.
How long were you out of the game for?
Since when GX ended.
Okay.
5D started, that's when I got it.
So you started watching it around what year did you start
around
playing it the first, or like got into it the first time?
Around,
or like how old were you, I guess?
I guess like I was 7.
7? So you didn't come back for what, 5-6 years then?
Yeah, until I was like 13 or something. That's when the Junk Destroyer came out, that structure deck came out and everything, and that's when I got back into it. But I wanted a dragon deck because like I really love dragons. So when I made Blue Eyes, it was a struggle, man, because like you know how hard it is finding when you're coming back into the game that there's all these rules and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, for level 8 I can't just normal summon, I have to tribute 2 or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it was so annoying and frustrated, but I was determined to make it work, and the current build I have right now is working okay.
All right. So so you started playing competitively around 11-13, or you just?
No, when I started playing competitively, it was in 2019.
Okay, so that's when I think that's around the time that.
It was when Shenanigans.
I had met you way before that. I think.
In college.
Yeah, I think so. So we had already known of each other. And we had talked about Blue Eyes because I know I had like a crap ton of them.
Yeah, you had that whole binder filled with Blue Eyes with all the different artworks.
I think at that time I had 1,000, but then like they just started printing Blue Eyes like in every other set or something like that. So like it increased a lot the ability to get them. So I ended up getting like 3,000 of them, over 3,000. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Blue Eyes.
And I only have that one video where it shows 1,000 of them. It's on YouTube somewhere, but I can't access it anymore because they took my account, or my account's whatever. It's me clearly in the video, but
yeah. Yeah, and then what happened was after that the person that helped me, because when I first started getting competitive into it was back in 2019 when Shenanigans was doing that whole like team war thing.
Oh yeah,
trying to bring in new customers and stuff. And the person that helped me with my build, because Like, man, when I first went into shenanigans, I felt like a scrub. I'm not even gonna lie to you, just getting waxed like nothing. Like having my whole board and then them just breaking it like really destroyed me.
Yeah.
So this guy named Michael, he ended up like helping me change up the deck, and I didn't like it at first, but you know what I did like? I liked how I was winning a lot more, and that I was still able to use Blue Eyes, but it wasn't like as much of a Blue Eyes thing that I wanted. But hey, since I started getting wins, that's all that mattered to me.
So are you more like the purest, like kind of like the purest form of Blue Eyes deck? Like you want to have all the support cards in there, or do you just care that the dragon is in there? Is that what you're meaning? Like,
yeah, I think I only care that the dragon's in there.
So you evolve from wanting like a no shit Blue Eyes deck to I need to at least have the dragon incorporated somewhere in here. I've done some pretty funky stuff with Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
So I had a Cosmo Blue Eyes deck at one point, which was weird. Yeah, I was doing the same thing you were, just trying to keep it alive or whatever, and people would be making fun of me or whatever. But I love playing the deck.
Yeah, it's a good
it wasn't
deck.
until I guess 2016 when it actually started doing really, really good. That's when I got the alternative dragons. That's what made it better in the Cosmo deck, but like not really better. It was just weird at the time. It was funky.
I mean, eventually y'all are gonna get more support.
Yeah,
eventually, because everybody loves Blue Eyes.
Yeah, I heard that they're gonna release that 2-player structure deck that it's gonna be Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. So
yeah,
I'm hoping to see what kind of new support that we get.
And what kind of card are you hoping for? I was talking to Wyatt last week, when we had Wyatt on last week. I was like, I really hope they make something that isn't dependent on a Blue Eyes being anywhere in particular. Like, it just is a Blue Eyes card, and it works better.
I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't mind that. That would make the deck so much better. But as long as they don't give us another Maiden reprint.
Oh, like a level 1 tuner light monster.
Because I don't, in my current build right now, I don't play Maiden or Sages or anything like that. Because I feel that, like, it's too slow in this day and format. That I feel that it's too slow. Like, why am I going to waste a normal summon for something that can easily get ran over?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then what it does, like, well, even the synchro monster you bring out doesn't give you a lot of plus power. Like it, what's his name? The newest level 9 synchro. Spirit, yeah.
Yeah.
At the time when he came out, which I was talking to you about, was when you couldn't pendulum summon more than one card at one time. So before you could before that card came out, it was like, oh, I'm going to summon 5 monsters or whatever, but this card stops you from doing more than 2 summons or more, or 1 or more. If you do over 1 summon, it doesn't let you do it. So you can only pendulum 1 monster, and that's it.
Since I can see where that monster can be good with certain decks, like Live Twins.
Yeah. So, well,
PKs.
That one would actually work because it does 1 and then another one comes out.
No, I meant with the Sunny set,
Mm-hmm.
you hit, quick effect, it tributes it, and then it specials them both at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that would be a thing where it would hurt. Also, Sunny tributes and activates Engrave, right?
Yeah.
So you would be able to negate Sunny's effect, I believe, or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, how long have you? So now that you've been doing that, playing competitively for since 2019, how has the deck evolved for you? I guess.
Oh man, it went from being rank 8 spam to just everyone calls the current version D-Link.
D-Link?
Yeah, D-Link. Dragon Link?
Oh, Dragon Link, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dragon Link's still a really competitive deck.
Yeah. And what happens is because I use, like, in the current build, I have, like, Bestials in there.
Okay.
And the Bestials engine really did push it a long way.
Yeah.
Because the Danger engine wasn't, like, doing as much. And I really didn't like... I didn't really like having, like, Bestial monsters at first. But then once I started winning with it, I was all like, yeah. Bestials are all the way.
Yeah, the anything, I guess, like with D-Link where it's at right now, if you're just trying to play Blue Eyes, it's easy to like put 1 or 2 in there and just utilize them. I still see it as a full D-Link board, but there's probably like a couple monsters you can kind of go without, so you can swap them out with a Blue Eyes. I want to go and try and go back to like a full-blown,
Blue Eyes
Blue
White
Eyes
Dragon deck.
Yeah.
You can
With
still
Dictator
have stuff.
D.
Yeah, but you're not doing the linking. You know, I mean, you're doing linking and stuff, but you're not trying to build a D-Link board.
Yeah.
You're trying to bring out like Twin Burst Dragon. You're trying to do the synchros. You're trying to utilize those to the best of their ability, while still trying to, you know, hold off an opponent from doing stuff to you. And like right now, I guess until they get rid of like stuff like Arise Heart or Kesher, even like Finra. Let's say if they do actually get rid of Finra, which would be bonkers. But if they do,
bonkers.
it would be. It doesn't make any sense. The card's fair. In my opinion, it's a free summon. Everyone has access to it. I mean, it's not like it's a hard card to get. It's not going to be hard to get out of that new secret, the 25th anniversary set.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, Arise Heart is really what's the most annoying card. And if you hit Unicorn to 1 and get rid of Birth, I guess the deck's not as susceptible to.
Just ban Unicorn.
Yeah. No.
Ban it.
Unicorn is also fair.
Ban it.
They're all fair because you have to have a clear
deck.
board. Yeah.
Destroy it.
No, I love them too much. Don't ban it.
Be like tier limits, kind of semi-kill it.
So what do you think about trying like going back to being able to go back to a full Blue Eyes build?
So I'm recently thinking
with the new structure deck. I mean, you can probably like kind of make guesses as to what they're gonna put in there, but it's probably gonna have a common print of alternative dragon, which is like the only thing that I'm like worried about is a common version of alternative dragon.
Yeah, I have Ghosters, so I'm not really too worried about that. Bro, man, let me tell you, the hardest thing about having that Blue Eyes deck is I have my significant other. We had the conversation where if the house caught on fire and I could say one thing, what would it be?
The Blue Eyes deck.
I told her because, man, that's like the value, because like I put a lot of time and effort and love into my deck, so like I like it to look nice. I mean, you've seen how it's been recently.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, I just really like that, and the whole flex is like, okay, cool, you're playing a meta deck, but like my deck is like easily can, like, if I wanted to sell my deck, I could sell it and get $2,000 like that. That's like the whole flex of the whole thing.
It's more like it just costs more per card.
Yeah,
just to have them in there.
It doesn't make me a better player.
No,
it's just nice.
It's just a pretty card, and I guess you can. I don't know if anyone actually really like get like sad over not having high rarity cards. Do you think people do?
I feel like people do.
Some people do. Like I'm like when I do play against other Blue Eyes players, they do tell me that I make them feel like a bad player because like of like just the rarity and everything. And I was all like, this is the power of having a job. And
you're a bouncer, right?
Yeah, I do armed security.
Yeah, Lee was I think it was Lee that was telling me that you. Oh no, it was Lance. Lance was telling me you were a bouncer.
Yeah.
So how does that work for you?
Man,
or how do you find yourself in a bouncer position?
Man, in Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, just in life. How does that work?
I had no idea. One day, I was like 18, 19. I applied for security. I didn't think I was gonna get the job.
This was all because you needed cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get the job, and I got the job, and ever since then, I just stuck with it.
Craziest story while on the job.
Is it cardboard?
Bouncing.
Oh my God! Someone tried to bring in a gun to the club.
What club were you working at?
I was working at what was it? Snake Hill?
Snake Coat?
No, Hill.
Snake Hill?
Yeah, it's a new bar that just opened up. They're still relatively new.
Downtown or
in the east side?
East side? Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, they got really good drinks and everything, and the staff is amazing. If you ever do want to go out over there, I suggest checking them out. But what happened was they needed a bouncer, so I went over there. I did the thing, and my first day there, someone tried to bring in a whole Glock 45.
And do y'all pat them down at the door there?
Yeah, I pat them down, so that's
the
why...
east side's pretty bad here in San Antonio, just so all the people that aren't from San Antonio know.
Yeah, I pat them down really thoroughly. I pat them down like you're actually like meeting your probation officer or something. So like when I felt the gun, I had to tell the dude to like move his hands. I had to take the gun out, unholster it, unchamber it and everything. And it's
it was loaded?
Yeah, it was loaded too. And then on top of that, the dude had coke on him too, so that's even worse. You know what I mean?
At least he's not gonna get arrested.
Yeah, that's a pretty wild job. So it pays really well.
Yeah, I bring home about like $700 a night.
That's pretty good. And now that's obviously how you can afford the
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Ghost Rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What rarity are you gonna get the 25th anniversary collection? I think is there gonna be another Blue Eyes print?
I have no idea.
And that's
I've been looking at.
If there's gonna be one?
Yeah, in the tin, right?
Is there gonna be another one in that one?
I'm not too sure, but I know Dark Magician got one. So if Dark Magician got one, I'm hoping Blue Eyes got one.
We wanted the artwork they gave us for which is that one right there.
I didn't like that artwork.
They keep doing that one, and we're like, no, we want the original artwork.
Just give us the original.
Yeah, just give us the original one. I would love the Bandai. That version to come out from Bandai, the one that painting there. I would love that one to be a card as well. Not the one they did of that one is like a different. It's like a different angle or whatever, but it looks like that one. You know, the prismatic one. So I don't really particularly care much for that one. I do like the card itself because it's different, but I would love them to redo the Bandai one. What is your opinion on the Bandai artwork?
I like the anime artwork
looks like a lizard.
The anime artwork over anything for me because, like, we have different printings of Blue Eyes that I think are cool. Don't get me wrong, like the one with Seto Kaiba, the one with the
Too bad we don't have that one either.
Yeah, the Jet and all that. But I really, really, really hate the table art.
Yeah.
The Bandai art is like, if I didn't have my Blue Eyes, that's the one I would have gone with.
That one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one. He just looks like a giant lizard with wings.
He's a lizard with wings.
He just looks.
His head is just so. His head is so weird, and like everything is just like so awkwardly placed on his body, and he just looks awkward as fuck.
Man, there was once upon a time when I used to play Red Eyes, but yeah,
no one likes Red Eyes.
No,
I'm kidding. I like Red Eyes.
I love Red Eyes.
Yeah, I like Red Eyes.
I like Darkness.
I wish we would get support that's similar to Red Eyes. I wish we would get like the spell cards that Red Eyes gets. Those would be awesome. Like better fusion cards or monsters that can add you any Blue Eyes card, right?
No.
As
too overpowered.
Yeah. It would be too overpowered, right? And then from Dark Magician's side, they have all the rod, like something like rod with an attack power, but also it gives you
or
a
Magician
card.
Souls,
or that too. I mean, they get such good support sometimes, and I'm just like, we have a reveal to special.
Yeah,
and they get thrown in like decks like Branded, where they can make Dragoons.
Yeah, see, like we don't have a monster that you can just throw in a deck in Blue Eyes. No.
Mm-mm.
So through this love of Kaiba and Blue Eyes, you created the KCC, the Kaiba Command Center. So what gave you the idea to get into that?
Oh man, so
like how did your group come around that? How did you create a group around that?
So what happened was it was just a group of friends.
Well, first off, explain what the KCC is before everyone.
The KCC is a group of friends that just like to meet up, play Yu-Gi-Oh, and just like test our skills. And your skills will get tested one way or another. We have Clout, who we call Engine Maker, because literally he puts anything together and it just works.
Yeah.
And we don't even know how he does it, but it just works.
He's in that kitchen cooking.
Yeah, when we talked to him on here, we were talking. I think I called this episode "The Joy of Cooking" because we were talking about like how you find micro engines in any kind of deck or whatever, and you can try and apply it to things and see how it works out. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But you never know until you start actually trying to play test it with somebody. So, and he's lucky he has Amanda that he can go and run these tests with, or his neighbor, another friend of his, Richard, that he gets to play with. So he gets a lot of practice time when he needs that.
He gets a lot.
Coming up with random little engines out of a bigger deck.
Yeah, that's what's really crazy about him. And then you have Wyatt. Wyatt, man, his deck choices are fun because like you're not expecting to go into like, oh, I'm gonna play Bamboo. I'm gonna play against Bamboo Striker.
Right.
Or like
did you finally put that together?
No, not yet. But I played it online with it. It's not fun.
He was telling us last week that he wants to play that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I got flashback. I got PTSD for strikers, man. They were not fun.
Strikers are not fun.
So Lee was telling, when I talked to Lee about it, he was telling me y'all do live streams and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How does that all work out for y'all?
I usually try to have like a group of like 4, maybe 5 people before we live stream like RAL duels and stuff, because like if it's just 2 people, no one really wants to watch 2 people duel. They want to watch a variety of decks and stuff. And
have you done multiples where you're doing multiples at the same time, or is it just a bracket and then you have different people competing in that bracket?
It's a bracket and we have different people competing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to get into that, or was that one of y'all's first like main features for the group, the command center?
It just was the first thing that we did because we got the idea off of Lance originally, and from there, like
what was the idea? The streaming idea?
Yeah, the streaming idea. And then from there, like I was just like, well, fuck, like if they can do it, like why can't I do it?
Yeah.
And I did it, and that was one of the first things that happened. We just started having RAL duels, and then people just like watching the RAL duels. A lot of people really like seeing Blue Eyes, though. That's what I really like. Barely noticed that a lot of the people just like watching Blue Eyes just play.
Yeah, I think they do have a huge following, like Blue Eyes Dark Magician. There's like particular decks. If you put it in let's say you put it in a video name, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gets more views.
It'll get a crap ton of views. Like right now,
like some God decks get a lot of views too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like whatever's like the clickbaity kind of name
that
people are most familiar with, they're gonna be like, oh, I wonder what this is, and then they'll click on it. Like, what's the like right now? If you put branded deck profile, it just like floods with views.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other deck that was doing that?
I think it's
There was another deck that was doing it recently.
It's not Labyrinth. It's I don't know. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, there was a couple. So
it's randomly pop into
we'll watch them on what's the show? Top Deck Scrubs.
Yeah.
They'll post a video and you'll see
which ones do really well and which ones do
liked deck or well known deck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like small amount of views, and then you're like, oh, of course, this branded deck has 2,200 views. It was loaded an hour ago, and then you you go down and you're like, popular decks get massive amounts of views, and then of course they fall off and then they drop. So like when I put that what was it? Phantom Knight deck.
That deck actually did decent. I think
it did decent after like 5 months or like 3 months of being on there.
Mm-hmm.
But like 2,700 views is what like another deck will get in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of its popularity
and
right? how massive people like the massive following that those particular decks have. So I imagine Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, God deck stuff, weird funky
Cubics is like one of them that actually get a lot of views too.
Yeah, just randomly get a shit ton of views. So how often do y'all do the streams for the KCC?
Every Wednesday and Thursday, unless something comes up.
What time do y'all start them at?
Well, we usually do it from like 7, depending. Like if we're not going to locals that day on Wednesday, we do it around 7:30 because traffic and stuff. Thursdays, it's whenever Clout wants to like get some testing in.
Yeah.
Really. But from there we do it around like 6 or 7 too.
6 or 7. You invited me on. So
Mm-hmm.
what day is that to do the live stream there, or do I have to like get on a link or something to join?
You can live stream with us in person,
okay,
or you can just go on the Twitch and just look at it yourself. But you're more than welcome to come either way.
Yeah, I would like to go. I need to come up with some weird Blue Eyes.
Just go in there and
Blue Eyes Monka. And just
we're actually having a tournament for hitting 128 followers. Or is the on the 10th?
On the 10th, is this the one that Wyatt was telling us about?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one that's going to be at his apartment.
Yeah, our apartment. Yeah.
Or Oh, you live with Wyatt?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, he technically lives with me, but
or either or vice versa, whatever it is. Either or. Okay, cool. We were talking about the spacing and how big it is going to be, because I was like, if we get enough people there, it could probably be well over 15.
Yeah, we're about to have 10 there for tournaments, and I'm throwing in some random packs, a Godzilla Gem Tech deck box.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like Godzilla? And
I know some people that want that, but I don't know if they're gonna show.
And Clout is throwing in some sleeves and stuff, and Geo might be coming too to enter the tournament too.
Geo? Mm-hmm. Oh, from a main phase?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to get some signage so we can have it like probably right here for Geo, so we can help him promote the sleeves.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah. So tournament's coming up. It's gonna be pricing for 1st through 4th.
Yes.
And what day? I think they said it was gonna be the 6th, 7th. What day is it gonna be?
It's gonna be on the 10th.
The 10th. Okay,
the 10th.
Cool. And that's gonna be what day?
I believe it's on a Sunday.
Sunday, the 10th.
That is a Sunday, because the 9th is a Saturday.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be there. I know that we were talking about it in the group chat here, because I was just making sure that we were clear on like the prize support and stuff like that. But I'm totally gonna join. But I'm gonna have to be coming up with some Blue Eyes Monka to bring over, so I can have so we can have a competitive gameplay there.
Yeah.
Because I do wanna use like a pure version. That'd be cool.
Man, that'd be so.
But I didn't know it was being hosted by y'all. I thought it was just like a random off tournament. So like, is it? What are y'all gonna call it? Like the Kaiba Command Center Grand Tournament?
Bro, see, it was either gonna be Grand Tournament or Grand Pixar. Bro, because I like the way it sounds. You know,
the Grand Prix.
Yeah, because it just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, in the TV show, Kaiba had the one tournament, the Grand Prix, the Kaiba Corp Grand Prix, and it'd be cool like do stuff like that regularly, because we were just talking about that. We're trying to find like alternative days to like Thursdays and Saturday nights to go and play elsewhere, so we're not, you know.
Yeah, and that's kind of what also happened to like leading up to the KCC.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like going to locals.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel that they're not good enough.
Yeah.
To duel against people. I mean, I'm just there just to play, but there are some people who literally think that no, I'm not good enough unless if I'm playing with my friends.
Do you feel that it's like stubbornness that keeps them from being able to play because they refuse to change? I know that when we talk to some people, sometimes we'll try and help them, you know, mitigate bricky hands and stuff like that by removing cards and stuff, and they're like, but I really like this card, and we're just like, we understand you like it, but you have to be able to play the game, and you have to give yourself a better chance at winning by drawing better and stuff like that. So, but we get a lot of like kickback from people that are like, I'm going to keep playing it, and then they never come again because the deck didn't perform very well, and we're like, well, we told you, and it's not anything that has to do with hurting your feelings or something like that. It just has to do, because you were just saying that this happened when you were talking with Michael, right? Your heart is set on wanting to play something, but the game is dictating that you have to play it this way.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like that is also an issue that you've been that you would say is a problem with new players?
Yeah.
Or just players trying to come back into the game?
No, I'm not gonna lie. That is actually the problem, because like we're so dead set on like, man, but this is how they did it in the show.
Yeah.
This is how it was done. This is how I used to do it, and it's not like we're not back in 2008 or 2006 or whatever. This is the now time. So you gotta, if you want the deck that you want to play to perform now, you have to add the hand traps, add like good cards and stuff.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
And aside from the staple problem where there's not enough staples to go around, especially when a new one comes out, they don't really have a lot of printings. That is typically a problem with players, because they're like, well, I really like this card. And we're like, well, you know, we understand. I get it.
But that card's not gonna help you win.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's a brick.
I could say all day, I love Blue Eyes, I love Blue Eyes, I love Blue Eyes, and in no way, because I haven't played Blue Eyes in almost a year, does that mean that I don't love Blue Eyes. It's just that I realized that I cannot win a tournament, even at a local level, if I'm playing Blue Eyes White Dragons, not the way that I was trying to play it anyway.
And if you weren't playing,
I'm sure in Dragon Link, it's probably using that version is probably going to be like infinitely way better because of the Bestials do help out a lot. When you have a dead Blue Eyes and you do something with it or get rid of it, it's still a card that can be banished to summon a Bestial, and you still gain something off of it, and or adding a Blue Eyes off of Magna Hut, or whatever the deal is. It does make it to where it's more capable. But if I'm trying to play like a full-blown, like I said, I'm going to try and build a full-blown Blue Eyes deck and bring that to the tournament and see what I can do with that and see how that affects people.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can bring something very, very useful, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
with my own touch on it. But yeah.
See, what people usually tell me whenever I banish my Blue Eyes for a Bestial card is, "You're not a real Blue Eyes player. Who would banish a Blue Eyes?" And I'm just like,
give you
bro,
crap for it.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, I'm just trying to win.
Yeah,
like I'm just trying to win, bro. Like, let me get this game.
Just remember that I have to play the one brick. These are the bricks that I have to play, and I have to utilize them in the deck still. Bro, yeah, I was like, did you see the card get played? It got used in some way. Then I used the card. You know?
Yeah. And then a lot of people are saying that it's not really a Blue Eyes deck, but. Yeah. But I consider it as a subspecies because like subspecies do exist on like certain things like it.
So what do you mean by subspecies? Like
it originated from Blue Eyes, but it evolved into something better.
So you're saying like the concept of Blue Eyes and how they're trying to cheat it out help drive them into better dragon archetypes is what you mean. Yeah. So Blue Eyes being the OG dragon, you know, main staple dragon, leading up to where we're at now is the reason why we even have cards like Bestials or whatever, because of all the hype behind dragons to begin with. You know, people dragon rulers are crazy, man. Huh?
People like dragons.
Yes, people do like dragons. I love Blue Eyes. Man. I've loved Blue Eyes since the day I first saw him come out of a card. So
man, for real. I just don't like how they be trying to force us to use the level 1s. I really don't like it.
When they pushed it in the synchro route, in the synchro direction, you had to utilize the level 1s in order to make the synchros. And it did its job for, 2 or 3 years or whatever, roughly, as it was kind of, making its way through that time period. It was like 2016 to 2018, basically like it won Worlds. And then
2016
up until like 2018, 2019, it was like kind of didn't know what it was. It didn't know what it was going to become, and then links come out and it changes, certain aspects of the playability. Now you're starting to use the level 1 tuners for normal monsters to link them off if they're dead or whatever. You got to just evolve with the times. I mean, you can do almost anything with Blue Eyes. You can link them, you can synchro them, you can fuse them, you can swing with them. Like they're pretty good. Like, you just have to know what your main goal is. Are you gonna press the board? Are you gonna be coming in with a big swing or game, or are you gonna be trying to play a long game? Like whatever it is that you're trying to do, I'm sure it can fit somewhere in some deck at some point. But is it always gonna be the same deck? No, I don't believe it is. It's not gonna ever have that purest feel like the 2016 Worlds version did. You know what I mean? Like that was like the purest version I feel that we've ever gotten of Blue Eyes, just straight up.
Yeah, you're not lying. And then it just makes me laugh because like a lot of people are just like thinking that it needs to be pure to be considered Blue Eyes. I was all like, bro, you see me discard the card, you see me do something with the card, it's being used.
Yeah.
And in my current build, it hurt me so much because I like I said, I have the Ghost Rares of both Blue Eyes and Alternative. So I ended up having to cut them down to 2. So I run like 2 Blue Eyes, 2 Alternatives, and a Jet, and Bingo Machine and Ulti Fusion. That's my Blue Eyes engine. And even at that, man, there's sometimes where you draw and you just break where it's just Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, and it hurts. It hurts. It's shiny, but it hurts.
They're pretty cardboard, but doesn't.
Well, it'd be nice when you're able to utilize them more effectively, other than using them for trade-in from your hand anyway. Trade-in, and that's what made like cards like 1-for-1 usable, because you could 1-for-1 for a level 1 tuner or whatever, discarding the Blue Eyes, and then
you have something in your grave, and now it can actually do effects.
Well, see, the alternative becomes Blue Eyes in the graveyard. So I can see why the jet loot with it is pretty good. Because you can constantly have, as long as the jet's in your hand or in your graveyard and there's a Blue Eyes monster, whether it be an OG Blue Eyes or an alternative in the graveyard, you can still resummon the jet from your hand or from the graveyard once a turn, right? And then the jet does its bounce. Is it a bounce, right? It
bounces at the
non-targeting.
Yeah.
Non-targeting, right?
No, I think it targets.
It does target?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it does the bounce. Well, anyway, I'm going to go back. I want to try and put that back in Cosmos. Because at the time I was using it, Jet didn't exist. Alternative had just came out, and I only had one copy because of how expensive it was. And I was just using trade-ins because Dark Destroyer is a level 8. And they're both darks and lights, so I was like, well, it works with the chaos build kind of thing, whatever. Had a little chaos thing going in there, so I could utilize cards like that as well. I was using like one BLS, I believe, because you can use 1 for tin can, or one of the stones.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I would use the 1 for 1 to bring. If I had the stone in my hand, I would just I would dump the stone for a tin can. Tin can effect during the end phase, and then stone bring out a Blue Eyes. So like it was like playable. I did some weird shit with that, and then you also run a lot of back row that helps revive cards from the graveyard. So you're able to bring back the Blue Eyes to push for game if you want, or you can whatever it is that you can do with those cards, you can utilize them a lot better. So I'm gonna come up with some weird Maka, dude. I'm gonna bring out some Blue Eyes Maka to the tournament.
I know.
You're gonna bring the spice and everything nice.
Maybe.
Man, I can't wait for this.
Hopefully we're in round 1. That I'd rather be meeting there than the last round, because there can only be one Blue Eyes player at the top table.
Yeah.
No, this would be cool because if we both make it to the last 2 tables, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Are y'all streaming this, by the way?
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to it because my friend just built a new volcanic deck and I just played against it, and
I don't even. What does it do? The volcanic deck, by the way. We can touch on that real quick.
It just burns.
It's just its life point burn over and over again.
Life point burn. It basically it has its own kaiju in there.
What is the condition for this kaiju?
Volcanic Queen. You just tribute one of your opponent's monsters.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's a new monster.
I don't know. I don't even know. I think so because I never seen it before, but it might not be. But
the new Volcano set came out like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen all the support in there or what it even does, but to know that they have a card that just tributes one of your cards on top of being able to use kaijus as well.
Yeah.
Does it restrict you from anything? Normal summoning, or can you only summon? What? It's just a free tribute?
Yeah.
And it doesn't require anything from you? Just them having a monster.
When it's your end phase, you have to tribute one other monster, or you take 1,000 and burn.
But does it burn them during the end phase?
No. It only burns the opponent, or it only burns like.
Oh, so you tribute let's say they only have one monster. You give them the monster, then you go to end phase because they didn't have anything to tribute. They take 1,000.
No, you still take the 1,000.
Oh, you as the controller of the card,
yeah.
The owner of the card, after putting it on their board, take 1,000.
Yeah, I believe that's how that works.
I need to look into that because that looks like
that whole new volcanic stuff is just really wild with the whole Empress, the troopers, and everything, and I never played against volcanics like that. I played against it once, but it was just like when Doomfire Queen or whatever.
Yeah, like the old version of it.
Yeah.
Well, they have a bunch of new cards now. So I did see some of those, but I haven't read them or gotten into them very much. But is that one a level 8, that Volcanic Queen thing or whatever?
I think it's a level 8. I'm not too sure.
Sounds like a wild deck.
It's just a deck that just likes to burn.
They should bring back MST.
But you have to tribute a card.
MST, Mystic Mind.
I wonder what would work really well with you being able to with you having to tribute a card during their turn or during the end phase. That actually makes some sense. So back to the KCC. What is the next step? Right now, y'all are just doing streaming and stuff, right? And just hanging out and playing through that. What's the next step for y'all through the? Are y'all gonna build it up more? Or are y'all just gonna remain like an underground group or something like that? Or what's the next level for this?
Honestly, I want to build it up more, so that's why when people when we want to go to regionals and stuff, because I feel like right now we're still not ready for that type of competitive scene yet. But I want it to be where we're able to go basically go out to regionals, compete, and go from there and just start building it up like that. But
so you're trying to stay as a team, but a team that has genuine skill. What do y'all? Well, if you were to rank yourself against some of the best players here, let's say they are at a 10, right? Where would you put yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 as a group?
Wow.
Overall,
as a group,
yeah. Like if you were having to play against main phase, like if you were to rank, like let's say main phase, geeked out. What are the other groups that we have? Any of the other team groups that we have.
I have no idea.
Would you put yourself?
If we have any other teams? I don't know any of the teams.
I thought Shenanigans had one.
Yeah, Shenanigans. I thought Shenanigans had one. Michael has a group.
Team Trash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still exist.
I haven't heard anything about them in a while.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they do, but yeah. So yeah, if you're, let's say, of those groups.
Honestly, I say we would probably be the last. I feel that main phase would probably be on top, then Geeked Out. But then again, I haven't played against any of the Geeked Out members.
Yeah.
The teams. So
well, the members have changed because Gio left and created main phase, so now he has his own thing going. But I think Eric Burgos got added to Geeked Out's team. So now he's there, or at least that's the last I heard.
Man, yeah, he's probably playing Ultra Guys.
Eric, yeah, he's been playing Ultra Guys.
Then that's a no.
He loves his control decks. Indeed, he does.
What's the biggest weakness you run into when you come in contact with Ultra Guys?
Bro, just the whole trap thing.
Yeah, all the traps.
Bro, I activate something. Okay, I'm gonna activate a manifestation protocol, and then I'm gonna strike you.
Yeah.
Do you know how funny it is?
I'm gonna warning you. Solemn judgment you. Yeah, the solemn cards are real annoying.
Oh man, they're so annoying. And then when you just get done with it, when you get done with one of the things, and then you're all like, okay, cool. He can't have another one. Boom, there's another one.
Yeah. He always has two.
He just draws the nuts.
The judgment is going to be the main draw for whatever card, but you should always expect the strike to come right after it, almost every single time. I mean, if you hit heavy storm or a Harpy's feather duster, and you're able to hit the whole back row, then I mean, you got lucky. But every time I drop that card, it's judgment. I'm like, oh,
mine's different. So they look and they go.
I get so aggravated when I lose that to a judgment. And then he's got 3 back row, and I'm like, well,
can't relate. Just cannot relate. Usually I activate Harpies.
Yeah, good game. I haven't beaten Eric in a very long time. Man. He claims I have. He claims that I have, and I have not. Because it's been a minute since I beat him. But so next level is just be competitive, more competitive. Now, how do you feel like your team is in competitive level? Who is your best player?
I feel that it would probably be Clout, in all honesty, because Clout goes out a lot more than what I do, because my job requires me to when they need me, they need me. So that's why I feel like Clout would be the better player, and then it would probably be, I would say me. That would be the second best. But only when it comes to dragons, not when it comes to any other decks.
So you wouldn't be able to just pick anything up and learn it and be good with it. Your instant disdain for anything other than a dragon type deck is going to keep you a mental block for even learning the deck.
Not a mental block, but it's just it won't click with me.
Yeah.
Because I played Sword Soul when it was meta. I played D-Link when it was meta, and Branded when it was meta too, and just didn't click with me.
Wasn't your play style?
Yeah, and people were saying that it wasn't because I didn't have the cards at the time. It was just that when I was playing on EDO Pro, I shouldn't when Branded first came out, I was supposed to be able to learn how to make a Chimera in 3 turns, or do that whole combo with Chimera. I was having such a hard time doing that. And then with Sword Soul, like Sword Soul was easy, but like after a while, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Because all you gotta do is just summon the Moye.
Yeah. You just do, well, any of those things resolve and you're already adding and drawing or adding and dumping or whatever it is. So it's just like, if they gain one effect, as long as they're able to get that one off, you're probably going to have a decent board, and you better have a really good board breaker in your hand, especially in game 2 and 3.
Yeah. Blackout?
Yeah, and then on top of that, they have blackout if they didn't draw. And then sometimes you don't even know if they added it, or if they didn't add it from the deck, you already know they have it. So when they don't add it to their hand,
usually
they always have it. And it's one of them like, dude, really? The one draw that you had before you got to search your deck was the fucking blackout, or you already drew it in your hand?
People play too.
For real.
Some people play too?
I would play too.
Well, you would play too. Well,
only
then
reason
that's
is because
probably why you had it all the time.
I wanted to be annoying.
That deck was annoying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you weren't annoying, but the deck itself was annoying.
A very fun deck.
Yeah, no, I don't like Sword Soul. I don't know how useful it is now, but
well, it's still a good deck. I just find it boring.
Yes, it is boring. I think you're more suited for Sprite.
I need a lot
going on.
I need a lot going on.
Yeah.
I can't have just the basic same things going on. I find it so boring.
I wonder what a Sprite Blue Eyes deck would look like. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, I need to hop on my computer after we're done with this. Well, we were gonna play some Call of Duty and do some streaming with that. Nice. But I need to hop on here later on today and actually come up with some kind of a Blue Eyes deck, because I didn't know you were gonna be at the tournament, or Wyatt didn't mention that at all, or that y'all were hosting it, or that you even lived there. I thought it was his apartment. So
nah.
Now that I know that, now I'm gonna have to come with my A game and bring me some Blue Eyes White Dragons. I'll have my shitty Ghost Rare Ultimate Rare. My ghost ultimates that I made. My poopy ones. Do you have any last shout outs that you want to give out or anything? Or any last things you want to bring up?
Oh, shout out to Ultra OK Duelist for having me on here. It was a great vibe and everything.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you showing up. I mean,
of course.
That's all we need is more people to show up. No, we have plenty of people. I think we have a lot of people that do actually want to be on. I mean, it's just, for me, it's just like I said, it's something fun to do. It's a pain in the ass, but it's fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. Having to coordinate with people, and then he has to have his days off and stuff like that. And they have to mesh at the same time is what makes the scheduling really annoying.
I slave for the man. I slave every day.
Yeah, some of these episodes that we film, he has to show up, or he has to leave right after the episode
right after
is done,
I gotta go,
because he has to go straight to work. So it can be kind of hard. But I always try to catch the guests on the day off, so you're not in a huge rush. And the only thing, sometimes I'll ask her, I was like, hey, we have to start at this time, so be here.
Yeah, that's like when I was messaging you, I was all like, man, I don't want to wait until 2:30 to dip. Let me just message you right now just to see if I can come over.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It was perfect.
I thought you were gonna message me earlier. I was like, he's either asleep or he's at work, and I just assumed you were working still. So I was like, he might just be at work.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys where I didn't want to blow you up.
Oh no, you're good.
Like that. But yeah, it was very great.
So whatever. And I can't wait to be on the. We'll do the stream obviously during the tournament, but I'll also show up for an episode, or for not an episode,
the stream,
one of the live streams, the dual nights.
Yeah, that'd be lit, man.
So I'm down for that. And y'all meet at your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll be there for that.
Yeah,
me and Lee have this same kind of vibe with deck building. So
it's weird and it's gross.
Yeah.
Let it die.
Well, he'll tell me some engines, and I'll be like, excuse me? What is it?
And then you hit him with a counter.
What does it do? Excuse me?
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, the decks are what the hell is this thing? But anyway, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Make sure you leave a like, sub,
and share, and
leave a comment. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for when new videos are uploaded. For all our subscribers, we are going to be giving away this Pot of Greed tankard once we hit 150 subscribers and 300 subscribers. I have 2 of them. They each come with their own individual card here. And this particular tankard here is number 3,408 out of 9,905. I was able to get 3 of these, but I'm only giving away 2, so don't forget to subscribe.